What's up, warriors? Today we're going to talk about anger and control. A lot of people, that's one of the main reasons why they end up in a wreck. You know, their temper. You know, they can't control it. They're out of control, and there's levels to this shit, man. There's a lot of people that I grew up with that fuck, man. They were on a sick one, man. They just didn't give a shit, and they didn't fucking have no self control. And that's what got them in a fucking predicament and got them fucking just washed up. Because a lot of people when you're angry, when you have that anger, that rage in the moment, you end up doing stupid shit. And it that trait, you're not going to get rid of it. The only thing that you're going to be, able to do is get it under control. Because the reason why people are angry, and I learned my lesson by just fuck, man, getting into a lot of bullshit. Because having anger issues, it's a big problem, and it runs. Everybody has anger issues, but there's, like I said, there's different levels to this shit. But once you realize that a lot of shit that gets you angry, gets you pissed off, it's out of your control. There is nothing that you could do that it's going to change that. So why even get mad? Why even fall into it? That's it, and that shit takes practice. That shit takes time for you to realize, and sometimes you lose it, and you'll be pissed off for a whole day. Some shit, people, they're pissed off for two fucking 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Some people don't even forgive the other person. They're just fucking pissed, and they just pretty much don't want nothing to do with them. They just hold resentment now. Now they hold grudges. But it all stems from just having anger issues, having problems with controlling yourself when something happen. A lot of people can't take they can't take a lot of a fucking shit talk, where your environment, your work environment, there goes a lot of fucking shit talking back and forth. Also in parties with your family members, there's a lot of fucking shit talk sometimes. And sometimes, hey, people try to fucking press your buttons to see how much you could take. And some people will get hurt, they get butt hurt, and they end up not even talking to you no more, not being around you no more. And all of that stems from fucking not having control, and not knowing that, a lot of times people, they're just trying to piss you off and see how far they could take it. They're probably miserable, so they're trying to fucking make you miserable. Like they say, misery loves company. And a lot of times people are just fucking strolling around and fucking hopping around, fucking trying to piss people off and ruin your day. So a lot of times you just gotta watch out for that. You just gotta be prepared that that shit might come. Somebody might piss you off. It might be they cut you off. And you're driving, they cut you off, and you get all bent out of shape. You get all fucking pumped up. You tried fucking catching up to them, and a lot of times that person didn't even know what he did. So now you're angry. Now you're just furious and pissed off. So a lot of times that's what you gotta just realize and understand, that hey, you know what? In the moment, you gotta just think. Take a breather, and always think before you act. Because a lot of people want to fucking act in the moment, and I've seen a lot of people go down because of that. The way they just went about it. And that's one of the main things that a lot of people are just not working on. They're not working on because that shit, it's taken away from them. So you're losing energy when you're pissed off, or somebody pisses you off. You lose energy, you lose time, you lose valuable time, valuable energy that could be towards something else, that could be towards your goal, towards whatever your passion that you're doing. You should be in it, in the moment, grinding. But sometimes people are so pissed off that it kind of just throws you off, and you're just sitting there pissed off and wanting to do something, and don't know how to react, and don't know how to act. And it just gets to you that you just just go into a fucking state of mind of just on lock mode. You're like, you can't even be productive in some situations, in some occasions, where you're just so angry and enraged. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of times you just have to have that strong witness in the back that hey, that shit's coming. There's a lot of people out there that's just fucking trying to put you down, trying to drag you down, try to throw their bad energy on you. So because they ain't happy, you know. So you always got to watch out and always got to make sure that, you know, you're on your toes, you know, when that comes about, because a lot of times you just should just fucking let it go let it go one ear out the other. Just brush it off. Just fucking don't even pay attention to it. You know, smile about it, and just keep on pushing. You know, there is no need for you to prove or try to get and seek validation from anybody. You know, especially if that person, you don't even know them, and all of a sudden they did something that got you pissed off. It's like, why are you gonna go over there and try to seek validation? You know, why are you gonna, you know, why are you gonna just devalue yourself in that manner, that you gotta go show a stranger or an individual that fucking just didn't know what he was doing, or he did it out of fucking just being conniving, or being you know, an asshole. You know, just why are you going to give your valuable time and your energy to somebody that you don't care about, you don't even know? That's why a lot of people don't realize that those are you know, little tactics that you use. When you really think about it, like, people that act on it and end up getting in trouble, or you know, end up getting into a situation that they fuck, it was too late now and that they couldn't get out of it. After the fact, you start thinking about, like, fuck, man, fuck, this shit wasn't really worth it. Like, fuck, now I'm in trouble. Now I did this. Now this happened. I took it to the next level. And all for what? Like, fuck, this fucking chump wasn't even worth it. You know, now, you know, now it's a problem. Now it's a bigger problem. So a lot of times, you know, all that shit could be avoided. You could diffuse a lot of situations that, you know, that you come about, you know. It's just having control. Self-control is one of the keys to succeeding in life, you know, because there's a lot of people are going to be right there trying to drag you down, trying to piss you off, and put you in a bad mood. And that's when you have to realize that, nah, man, you know, that shit is just you know, they're trying to bring you down. You know, that's something that a lot of people don't see it in the moment, but once shit happens, or once they end up doing something or acting on it, you know, they regret it. They regret what they did. They regret them going to that extent of proving somebody and showing somebody what they ain't, you know, what they're, you know, showing them that, hey, they ain't so tough after all, you know. But it's a lose-lose, you know. You sometimes, like I said, it ends up bad, and you end up regretting it. So you always, you know, anger and control, they go hand in hand, because the only reason you're angry is because that shit's out of your control. And once you realize that shit, that, you know, it's out of your control and you can do nothing about it, then you're gonna be able to fucking really, you know, think about it twice before you engage in it, you know, or let it carry on, or let it ruin your whole day. Fuck that. Get into a state of mind of positivity, to go do something else that, you know, you love to do. You know, go for a walk. That's why they say, you know, that term's been used for the longest time. When you know, you get pissed off or angry, or you want to do something, they always tell you, hey, go take a hike, man. Go take a walk, man. Cool down, chill out. You know, that shit's been used because that's what's gonna get you out of that bad mood. You know, you gotta, you know, go and do something, action. You know, you gotta get into action to kick you out of that negative state, because you can't just force yourself out of it. If you're just right there sitting and trying to you know, get yourself out of that, you know, negative state of mind, it's not going to happen. You cannot force it just by thinking about it. You got to, like I said, you got to take a stroll, go, you know, take a walk, go hit the punching bag. If you have one, hit a workout. But that's the way that you're going to release that bad energy, you know, and put you back into a better state of mind, where you're like, man, you know what? This shit wasn't really worth it. This shit, you know, I cannot fucking lose and waste energy on this shit. Because like I said, sometimes people that can't handle it, people that cannot, that don't know how to control it, they'll just carry that bad energy to their family, to their loved ones. When they get out of work, when they go home, you're just taking that energy all over the place where you go. And all that shit was because one person pissed you off. And now, you know, hey, he knows how to get to you. He knows how to press your buttons, push your buttons. And, you know, you're not in control, you know. You're giving them the power now. They have the power, you know. They have the power to manipulate you how they want, because they know that you're gonna get pissed off in a second, you know. So You always gotta fucking, like I said, be aware of that shit. Know and understand that there's a lot of people out there just doing it to do it to because they don't have nothing better to do. So don't fall into the trap. All that shit is just a trap for you to fucking be miserable and negative and angry and just depressed and feeling sorry for yourself like they are. So don't fall into that trap. Let's run it, Warriors. Let's go.